Dealing with negative thoughts. Thank you all for being here today. I believe this is your time for breakthrough, your moment to rise higher. Today I want to talk to you about something that affects all of us. Negative thoughts. See, life is full of challenges. We all have moments where discouragement creeps in, where fear whispers, you're not good enough, you'll never make it, or things will never change. But let me tell you something. Those thoughts are not from God. Those thoughts are trying to keep you stuck. And if you're not careful, they'll take root, and before long, you'll start believing them. The mind is a battlefield. Every day, we have thousands of thoughts, but we don't have to accept every one of them. Just because a thought comes doesn't mean you have to dwell on it. Imagine walking past a store window. You see something you don't like. Do you go inside and buy it? No. The same way, when a negative thought pops into your head, don't buy into it. Don't accept it as truth. Instead, you have to replace those lies with truth. When fear says you'll never succeed, you respond, I am capable, I am equipped, I am more than a conqueror. When doubt says you're not strong enough, you declare, I can do all things through faith and perseverance. You see, what you say over yourself matters. The words you speak shape your reality. If you wake up every day saying, I can't do this, I'm not smart enough, I'll always struggle, guess what? Your life will start to reflect those words. But if you wake up and say, I am blessed, I am talented, I am favored, you'll start walking in confidence. You've got to be intentional about what you allow into your mind. Fill your heart with faith, gratitude, and positive affirmations. Read books that inspire you. Listen to messages that lift you up. Stay connected to people who encourage you, who remind you of your worth, who see the greatness inside you. Friends, you have the power to take control of your thoughts. Don't let negativity win. You are stronger than those doubts. You are greater than those fears. When you guard your mind and speak life over yourself, nothing can hold you back. Negative thoughts are like weeds in a garden. If you don't take control and remove them, they will spread, taking over your mind and limiting your potential. Every day, countless thoughts enter our minds, some positive, some negative. But just because a thought comes to you doesn't mean you have to accept it. You have the power to decide what stays and what goes. Too often we allow negative thoughts to take root because we don't recognize them for what they are, distractions, doubts, and lies meant to keep us from our purpose. Maybe you've heard that inner voice say, you're not good enough, you'll never succeed, or nobody cares about you. If you're not careful, you'll start to dwell on these thoughts, and they will begin shaping your reality. The more you think something, the more you believe it. And the more you believe it, the more it controls your actions. Your mind is a battlefield where the fight for your future is won or lost. If you want to live with confidence, joy, and purpose, you have to take control of what goes on in your head. Just like a security guard doesn't allow anything harmful into a building, you have to stand guard over your thoughts. The moment a negative thought comes in, recognize it and refuse to dwell on it. If a thought says, you're not capable, don't entertain it. Instead say, I am strong, I am talented, and I am capable. When doubt says you're going to fail, immediately reject it and replace it with truth. I am equipped, and I will succeed. What you feed grows. If you constantly feed your mind with negativity, fear, and discouragement, those thoughts will take over. But when you fill your mind with positivity, faith, and gratitude, those things will grow instead. That's why it's so important to be mindful of what you expose yourself to. Are you surrounding yourself with uplifting words, empowering messages, and people who encourage you? Or are you constantly feeding on negativity, whether it's through the media, toxic relationships, or self-doubt? You can't always control what thoughts come to you, but you can control how you respond. When a negative thought enters your mind, don't let it settle. Don't give it permission to stay. Instead, speak truth over yourself. Declare words of confidence, faith, and victory. Remind yourself that you are valuable, you are strong, and you are made for great things. Winning the battle in your mind isn't about never having negative thoughts. It's about refusing to let them control you. The more you practice rejecting negativity and embracing positive, faithful thinking, the stronger your mind becomes. Over time, you'll find that negativity has less power over you, and you'll start living with greater peace, confidence, and purpose. You have everything it takes to guard your mind and step into the life you were meant to live. Just because a negative thought enters your mind doesn't mean it defines you. Thoughts come and go all day long, but you are not obligated to believe or accept everything that crosses your mind. Too many people allow negative thoughts to shape their identity, mistaking them for reality. They think, I had a fearful thought, so I must be weak, or I keep doubting myself, so maybe I'm not capable. But thoughts are not truth. They are suggestions, ideas, and influences that can either build you up or tear you down. You have the power to decide which ones you accept and which ones you reject. Imagine walking down the street and hearing someone say something negative about you. If you know it's not true, you would likely ignore it and move on. But when that same negativity comes from within your own mind, it's easy to believe it without question. The problem isn't that the thought appeared, it's what you do with it. If you entertain it, dwell on it, and repeat it to yourself, it starts to feel real. But if you recognize that it's just a passing thought and refuse to accept it, it loses its power over you. Many people struggle with self-doubt, insecurity, and fear, not because they are weak, but because they have spent years believing every negative thought that comes their way. They have built an identity based on lies like, I'm not smart enough, I'm not lovable, or I'll never get past this challenge. But the truth is, those are just thoughts, not facts. You're not your fears. You're not your past mistakes. You are not the lies that insecurity tries to tell you. You have to separate who you are from what you think. Instead of saying, I am anxious, start saying, I am experiencing anxiety, but that does not define me. Instead of thinking, I always fail, shift your mindset to, I have faced setbacks, but I am still growing and learning. This small change in perspective is powerful because it puts you back in control. It reminds you that you have a choice in what you believe. One of the best ways to overcome negative thoughts is to challenge them. When a thought tells you that you're not good enough, ask yourself, where is the proof? More often than not, you'll find that these thoughts are baseless fears, not reality. Replace them with words of truth. Speak confidence, strength, and faith over yourself. Instead of feeding self-doubt, feed self-belief. Your mind is like a garden. If you let weeds grow unchecked, they will take over. But when you take time to plant good seeds, positive, empowering thoughts, you will grow a strong, healthy mindset. You are not defined by passing negativity. You are defined by the truth that you choose to embrace. Each time you reject a negative thought and replace it with a positive one, you take back control. You are strong, you are capable, and you are more powerful than any thought that tries to tell you otherwise. Negative thoughts have a way of creeping into our minds and convincing us of things that are simply not true. They whisper doubts, fears, and insecurities, making us believe that we are not enough, that we will never succeed, or that we are destined to struggle. But the truth is, these thoughts are nothing more than lies trying to hold us back from reaching our full potential. The good news is that we don't have to accept them. We have the power to replace them with truth. Imagine a child who is told over and over again that they are not smart. Even if it's not true, if they hear it enough, they will start to believe it. They will approach life with hesitation, doubting their abilities and holding back from opportunities. But if that same child begins to hear words of encouragement, you are intelligent, you are capable, you can achieve great things, their mindset will change. They will approach challenges with confidence instead of fear. The same principle applies to all of us. The words we listen to shape the way we see ourselves. If we constantly replay negative thoughts in our minds, we will start to believe them, even if they have no basis in reality. That is why we must be intentional about replacing lies with truth. When thoughts of fear arise, replace them with faith. When thoughts of failure creep in, replace them with confidence. When thoughts of unworthiness appear, replace them with the truth that you are valuable and capable. It's not just about thinking positively, it's about speaking truth over your life. Words have power. When you declare, "I am strong," you start to feel stronger. When you say, "I am talented and capable," you begin to walk with more confidence. When you remind yourself, "I am not defined by my past mistakes," you free yourself from guilt and shame. Speaking truth out loud reinforces it in your heart and mind, making it harder for negativity to take root. Many people struggle because they spend too much time focusing on the lies rather than the truth. They listen to the voice that says, "You're not good enough," instead of the voice that says, "You are fearfully and wonderfully made." They replay memories of past failures instead of reminding themselves of their strengths and achievements. But shifting your focus makes all the difference. What you feed will grow, and what you starve will die. If you feed negative thoughts, they will take over your mind. But if you starve them and feed yourself truth, faith, and confidence, your entire perspective will change. The next time a negative thought tries to bring you down, don't entertain it. Replace it immediately with truth. Speak it out loud, write it down. Remind yourself daily of who you are and what you are capable of. You are not your doubts. You are not your fears. You are strong, capable, and destined for great things. When you replace lies with truth, you unlock the power to live with confidence, peace, and purpose. The words you speak over yourself have the power to shape your reality. Every day you are either speaking life or speaking defeat. Many people don't realize that their words are reinforcing their thoughts and emotions. If you constantly say, "I'm not good enough," "I'll never succeed," or "things never go my way," you are strengthening those negative beliefs. On the other hand, when you declare, "I am capable," "I am strong," and "I am equipped for success," you start building a mindset of confidence and victory. What you say not only affects how you feel, but also influences your actions. When you speak words of doubt, your mind begins to look for evidence to support them. If you tell yourself, "I'm not smart enough," you will hesitate to take on new challenges. If you repeatedly say, "I always fail," you will approach opportunities with fear instead of faith. But when you change your words, you change your mindset. Speaking positive, empowering words shifts your focus from what is wrong to what is possible. Instead of looking at obstacles, you start seeing opportunities. Instead of focusing on your weaknesses, you start acknowledging your strengths. This is not about ignoring reality or pretending that difficulties don't exist. It's about choosing to focus on solutions rather than problems. Life will always have challenges, but how you speak about those challenges determines how you experience them. When you face a setback, instead of saying, "I'll never recover from this," declare, "This is just a temporary obstacle, and I will come back stronger." When you feel overwhelmed, instead of saying, "I can't handle this," say, "I have everything I need to figure this out." Your words can turn struggles into stepping stones. Your mind believes what you repeatedly tell it. That's why successful people are intentional about their self-talk. They don't allow negativity to control their narrative. They understand that their words set the direction for their lives. When you wake up in the morning, start your day with words of encouragement. Say, "Today is going to be a great day. I am filled with energy and purpose. I am blessed and highly favored." These affirmations may seem simple, but they set the tone for how you approach your day. If you want to change your life, start by changing your words. Pay attention to how you speak about yourself and your circumstances. When you catch yourself speaking negatively, immediately correct it. Instead of saying, "I always mess things up," say, "I'm learning and growing every day." Instead of saying, "I'll never be successful," say, "I am on the path to greatness." Your words create your reality. If you want to live with confidence, peace, and purpose, make it a habit to speak life over yourself. Fill your mind with words of faith, encouragement, and strength. As you do, you'll begin to see a transformation, not just in your thoughts, but in every area of your life. What you focus on grows. Your mind is like a garden, and whatever you plant in it will take root and flourish. If you constantly feed it with worry, fear, and negativity, those thoughts will dominate your life. But if you nourish it with faith, gratitude, and positivity, you will develop a mindset of strength and confidence. You have the power to choose what takes up space in your mind, and that choice determines how you experience life. Life is full of ups and downs, and challenges will always come. But how you respond to those challenges depends on what you allow to fill your mind. If you focus on your problems, they will seem overwhelming. If you dwell on what is missing, you will always feel like you are lacking. But if you focus on the blessings in your life, you will feel a sense of abundance. If you think about solutions instead of problems, you will find new opportunities. Your mindset shapes your reality, so be intentional about what you let in. One of the best ways to stay anchored in faith and positivity is to be mindful of the content you consume. What are you feeding your mind? Are you constantly absorbing negative news, critical opinions, and discouraging conversations? Or are you surrounding yourself with uplifting messages, inspiring stories, and words that build you up? Just like the food you eat affects your body, the information you take in affects your thoughts and emotions. Make sure you are filling your mind with things that strengthen you, not weaken you. Gratitude is a powerful tool for shifting your mindset. When you focus on what you are grateful for, negativity loses its grip on you. No matter what you're going through, there is always something to be thankful for. Maybe it's your health, your family, the opportunities in front of you, or even the lessons you've learned from difficult experiences. Taking time each day to acknowledge your blessings helps you maintain a positive and hopeful perspective. Faith also plays a crucial role in maintaining a strong mindset. When you believe that things are working out for your good, you don't let temporary setbacks discourage you. You trust that challenges are not the end of your story, but part of your growth. Faith gives you resilience, reminding you that no difficulty is permanent and that better days are ahead. Staying anchored in positivity is not about ignoring reality. It's about choosing to see the good even in difficult situations. It's about training your mind to focus on possibilities instead of limitations. When you make a habit of filling your thoughts with faith, gratitude, and optimism, you create a life that is filled with hope and confidence. The more you focus on the right things, the more peace and joy you will experience. So be intentional. Guard your mind. Choose to feed your spirit with encouragement and watch how it transforms your life. The voices you listen to shape the way you think, feel, and act. Every day you are surrounded by influences, some positive, some negative. The people you spend time with, the conversations you engage in, and the media you consume all play a role in shaping your mindset. If you want to overcome negative thoughts and live with confidence, you must be intentional about surrounding yourself with the right voices. Many people struggle with doubt and discouragement not because they are weak, but because they have allowed the wrong voices to speak into their lives. They listen to people who tell them they're not good enough, who remind them of their past failures, or who constantly focus on what's wrong rather than what's possible. Over time, these words take root, creating a mindset of fear and insecurity. That's why it's so important to be selective about who and what you allow to influence your thinking. If you want to grow in confidence and faith, you need to surround yourself with people who uplift and encourage you. Spend time with those who see the best in you, who remind you of your strength, and who push you to become the best version of yourself. The right people will challenge you to grow, support you when you struggle, and help you see possibilities even in difficult times. It's also important to be mindful of what you feed your mind. What are you reading? What kind of music are you listening to? What TV shows or social media content are you consuming? These things might seem small, but they have a big impact on your mindset. If you are constantly filling your mind with negativity, fear, and doubt, it will be much harder to stay positive and hopeful. But if you make a habit of consuming content that inspires, motivates, and strengthens you, your perspective will shift in a powerful way. Sometimes the most damaging voice is the one inside your own head. If you have spent years believing negative things about yourself, those thoughts can feel automatic. But just because they feel familiar doesn't mean they are true. You have the power to change the way you speak to yourself. Instead of repeating negative self-talk, replace it with words of encouragement. Instead of focusing on what you lack, focus on what you have. Instead of dwelling on past failures, remind yourself of the lessons you've learned and the progress you've made. You don't have to go through life feeling defeated. By surrounding yourself with the right voices, both external and internal, you can build a mindset of strength, confidence, and resilience. Be intentional about who and what you allow to influence your thinking. Choose to listen to voices that build you up, that remind you of your potential, and that encourage you to step into the great future ahead of you. When you surround yourself with the right voices, you create an environment that fosters growth, success, and lasting peace. Your mind is one of the most powerful tools you have, and the thoughts you allow to take root will shape your life. Negative thoughts may come, but you don't have to accept them. You have the power to reject lies, replace them with truth, and speak life over yourself. Your words, your focus, and the voices you surround yourself with all play a role in determining your mindset and ultimately your destiny. If you want to live with confidence, joy, and purpose, you must take control of your thoughts. Guard your mind like a precious treasure. When negativity tries to creep in, replace it with faith. When fear whispers that you're not enough, declare that you are strong and capable. When challenges arise, don't dwell on problems. Focus on solutions. Surround yourself with voices that lift you up, not ones that bring you down. You were not created to live in doubt, fear, or defeat. You were created to thrive, to grow, and to step into the great future that is waiting for you. As you practice rejecting negativity, embracing truth, and filling your mind with faith and gratitude, you will experience a transformation. Peace will replace anxiety. Confidence will replace insecurity. Hope will replace discouragement. It all starts in your mind. Take charge of your thoughts and you will take charge of your life. Choose faith over fear, truth over lies, and hope over despair. When you do, you will step into the fullness of your potential and live the victorious life you were meant to live.